God's love is so wonderful. God's love is so wonderful. God's love is so wonderful. Oh, wonderful love.
Good morning to all. I am very glad to welcome you all for this webinar on Computer Gathers What Virus Scatters, jointly organized by the Research Department of Computer Science and the Internal Quality Assurance Cell of our college. I warmly welcome the special speaker Mr. Alan Joy from ICT Academy and the keynote speaker Reverend Father Dr. S. Sebastian Perianan, our well-wisher and our secretary and correspondent of our esteemed prestigious institution. Once again, I welcome you all for this informative session. I assure that you all enjoy the session. Thank you.
I am very happy to know that our IQAC organizes webinar on Computers Gathers What Virus Scatters in association with the ICT Academy by eminent benevolent Reverend Father Dr. S. Sebastian Perianan, correspondent and secretary of our college as a resource person, and special speaker Mr. J. Alan Joy, relationship manager ICT Academy. I wish the webinar the grand success. Thank you.
Good morning to all. I appreciate Internal Quality Assurance Cell and Research Department of Computer Science, Anne Velangani Arts and Science College, Tanjavur, jointly organized webinar on Computer Gathers and What Virus Scatters in association with ICT Academy, Tamil Nadu. I wish all the participants to make this webinar meaningful and have the fruitfulness. Thank you.
Good morning all. I am very much pleased to introduce today's special speaker, Mr. Alan Joy. And Alan Joy is currently working as a relationship manager at ICT Academy. He is a very young, dynamic and enthusiastic person. He is very well experienced in soft skills and giving motivational thoughts to students. Basically, he is a mechanical graduate and he has been giving counseling and career guidance to more than 30,000 students. Now over to Mr. Alan. The session is yours.
A very pleasant morning to the keynote speaker, secretary and correspondent, Reverend Father Dr. S. Sebastian Perianan, the administrator, Reverend Father Dr. Arukya Das, the principal, Dr. Suresh, and the IQAC coordinator, HOD of Computer Science and ICT Academy's coordinator, Dr. Sujit. And also the audience, the viewers who are right now watching this webinar on live. So this is J. Alan Joy, Relationship Manager of ICT Academy, and I'm here to give away the special address on the topic Computer Gathers What Virus Scatters. Before taking you all through the special address, first of all we'll just divide this whole topic into two. We'll syllabify it. The first half we'll say take the virus scatters, and the next comes what computer actually gathers. So I like to take 4 important points in mind. So these 4 points plays the major vital role in this current pandemic period, because as we all know, we are right now in the quarantine days. We are facing lockdown, staying inside house. You know, we've actually dislocated ourselves from the daily lives we used to live 3 to 4 months back. So you know, these 4 important points are: the first point is knowledge, the next comes work, then comes the daily life, last is people. First, let's take this knowledge in hand. So as we all know, knowledge is everywhere. So we used to get knowledge wherever we go, you know, wherever we meet new people, wherever we meet you know, that extraordinary knowledgeable personalities, we get inputs, we get knowledge, we get wisdom, we get everything when we move around places, when we meet others. So right now we are all chained up inside the house. We are not able to step out of the house to go visit colleges, to go meet you know, new speakers, new lecturers. You know, we're not able to get that knowledge source that we've been getting throughout our daily lives. So right now this COVID-19 has actually scattered our lives, where we had that sources which were delivering knowledges throughout our life, which now we are finding it very hard, you know, to get there and to gain knowledge. Are we still sitting idle? Are we still not gaining knowledge? No. So we are using a tool called computer. So I would like to swap computer into technological electronic devices like mobile phones, like few other electronic devices that we are using in our day-to-day lives right now during this pandemic. So these electronic devices, these technologically developed electronic devices are playing a vital role in our day-to-day lives, especially during this COVID-19 period. So we are getting knowledge through webinars. We, the ICT Academy, are offering Sky Campus webinars for the faculties all over the nation. We've been giving virtual power seminars for the colleges all over the nation. And last but not the least, we've also started giving a new course which is digitally advanced teaching techniques. These things that we've been continuously providing, or we provide this service to all the member and non-member institutions all over the India, all over our nation, is through this technologically developed electronic devices called computers. Okay, so the flow that we had, the learning part which we used to get throughout, is not yet stopped. So the first thing that this virus has scattered is it has demolished the routine we used to have to go meet, visit our colleges, schools, all kinds of sources. It has literally stopped. But are we sitting idle? No. We are getting to the places through the help of this electronic device. And next comes work. As we all know, there is this famous term which was actually in use for long years. Work from home was a platform which was actually happening throughout somewhere all around the world. But right now, each and everybody are actually sitting inside the house, working from their home without stepping out of the house. But are we still earning? So we are still earning through computers. So we are sitting down in the work. Even I'm doing work from home. A lot of people are working from home, especially the faculties, the viewers. You are actually viewing this video. You are sitting in your house working from home. You do take classes to all your students, school teachers, college teachers. Everybody are still getting back. They are putting themselves up. They are creating some sort of new advancements in their life to at least reach their respective students. So this work from home is still in hand only with the help of computers that we have. So the next comes our daily life. We used to have a daily life. Let's take a life of a gentle, a youth who's going to college, or a guy who is like going to work. Let's take that person in hand. He used to get up early in the morning, go to markets, come back home, refresh himself, has his breakfast, gets back to college or to work. The daily routine, that 8 to 5 routine or 9 to 5 routine he used to have, then he used to get back home. But right now, he is still going to, he's still doing his work, he's still getting his daily needs, the family is still running. So these things that we get, it is still possible using these online platforms that we have. Like we are shopping all our groceries, we are still getting fruits and vegetables through online. So we are still not able to get rid of the daily life that we used to live, but somehow the comfort zone that we were is not right now possible. So we are finding it so hard. So this daily life is actually matched up by the electronic device. Again, as we've seen before, the computers. The next is the most important part. Okay, so the people. Before or not, we used to meet lots of people, we used to connect with people. So the social media was doing this work throughout the period, for ages and ages, for so many of decades it has been happening. But right now, this electronic device is imbibing all of us, it is still connecting people. Someone who's there, right there in Los Angeles, is right now giving a webinar for a college down south in India. So this was actually not possible. It was hard to get their appointments. It was hard for them to to schedule themselves to give a webinar. But right now it's like bang, everybody are attending all over wide international webinars so easily in their fingertips. That is so in hand sources that we've been getting. So these things, the 4 points we've discussed, these are fully possible, and we are still able to live our lives at least to that comfort level with the help of this electronic device. So you can take live examples. You just close your eyes. If you feel people around you, they are still earning. We are still creating that loop of money to put in investments. We are still finding it hard to get that money in hand. But we are not idle, right? We are just moving towards the progress. So I just like to give a small example and conclude this. there is this famous lyrics that I have. It says that if you decide, if your heart takes a decision that you have to achieve, if your heart takes a decision that you have to live in this COVID-19, in this quarantine, in this pandemic period, if you decide to live and if you decide to increase the knowledge that you've been receiving throughout your daily lives, we are still moving towards it. So we are not giving this excuse. We are not giving this excuse of not attaining knowledge or wisdom, giving this COVID-19 as an excuse. We are still holding hands together. So as we all know, united we stand, obviously divided we fall. So we have to hold hands together. We have to we have to share informations. We have to stay online, giving up all the webinars, learning each and everything that this online network has been providing throughout the COVID situation. So there are so much of online webinars, there are so much of technological advices that we've been getting throughout this pandemic. So let's not lose this hope. So I'd like to conclude this by saying one thing: if you try to create a difference in yourself, if you try to create a technical advancement in yourself, if you try to give that to yourself, you obviously, if you without unknowingly you try to pull in people around you to do the same. So don't sit idle. Bring the people around you, make them learn, teach them, give them that knowledge that you've been attaining throughout this period. So let's not sit in the house, and let's not give this COVID-19 as an excuse. Let's march towards the path of success and towards the path of learning. I'd like to thank the college management for giving me this opportunity, and my special thanks to the secretary and correspondent father, the administrator father, the principal Dr. Suresh, and last but not the least, the ICT Academy's coordinator Dr. Sujit, for giving me this wonderful opportunity. And for sure, I hope ICT Academy is doing so much of, we are providing so much of services throughout this pandemic. We will for sure attain, we'll for sure keep giving the knowledge that we've been giving throughout this period with all your help and support. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much for waiting, patiently listening to this session. Once again, we'll meet you soon. Thank you all.
Good morning, everyone. I take immense pleasure to introduce our resource person, Reverend Father Dr. S. Sebastian Periyannan, the correspondent and secretary of Annai Velangani Arts and Science College, Tanjavur. He has done his PhD from the University of Philippines. He has specialized in the field of development and communication. He is a person with vast experience and knowledge. He has widely published articles in reputed journals and also presented scientific papers in conferences. His most famous book on social research methodology and has been included as a reference textbook for students of the Madras University. He has joined us today to deliver his innovative and energetic speech on Computer Gathers What Virus Scatters, the most recent affair of the world. I am sure his speech will ignite our mind and spark good ideas in us. With this, I welcome Reverend Father Dr. S. Sebastian Periyannan to address the gathering. Thank you.
Good morning, my dear friends. Welcome you all to this webinar session on Computer Gathers What Virus Scatters. The main theme of this webinar is Learning in Digital Age, an integrative model for virtue and virus, in collaboration with ICT Academy and Annai Velangani Arts and Science College, Punjab. I'd like to start with what we mean by gathers and scatters. Welcome you. Now, computer technology, related technology, it gathers. Virus scatters. It is very positive. Virus is negative. Computer is instrumental. Virus is disturbing. Computer is connectivity. Virus deconnectivity. Computer knowledge needs professional approach. Virus unprofessional. Computer is skill based. Unskilled, whatever scatters. Computer needs scientific approach. Virus is superficial. Computer, you need sustainable effort. Not reliable is the virus. Mainframe, I have few introductory observations, and then three-phase mainframe, and then the conclusion. The first, digital ecosystem. Second frame will be ubiquitous learning. The third will be integrative model. Introduction, you can get a kind of clear picture about what has happened for thousands of years. From Ice Age, Stone Age, Iron Age, Industrial Age, Media Age, Information Age, Digital Age. Now, Ice Age goes to millions of years. Stone Age to thousands of years. Iron Age, again thousands. Industrial Age, 500 years ago. Media Age, 200 years. Information Age, last 40, 50 years. Digital Age, we are in for the past 20 years. Now, when I ask my students after the digital age what comes, one student got up and said old age. Mainframe, one, digital ecosystem. In the digital ecosystem, the frontier technologies in a digital ecosystem for the planet starts with satellites, drones and sensors. Drone technology is used by police now. We can see anywhere and everywhere. Cloud and edge computing, artificial intelligence and machine learning. Internet of Things, you can't avoid. The future is in the Internet of Things. Platform and social media, you can never escape the social media today. Blockchain and distributed databases. Open source software and commercial software. Mobile phone applications. Augmented and virtual reality. What is innovation ecosystem? The educational ambience that leads to innovation is defined as innovation ecosystem. This includes innovative curriculum design, innovative teaching learning process apart from innovative evaluation, innovative research, innovative infrastructure, innovative student support, innovative governance, and innovative institutional values, best practices, and distinctiveness. Now, what is innovation as such? Something original, novel. It is need-based, relevant research that leads to a product, process, service, a new strategy, business model that finds application to the society or leading to social good. This is the case with research. The same thing. Innovation is something original, as I said. Sometimes we are so good in imitation, but we should become good in innovation. It is only through innovation we create patents. Only through innovation we create new things. This ecosystem, I would like to simply simplify for the common man, for the sake of the simple people. Ecosystem includes the machine. The ancient man, the beginning when people began to move around on the planet, they just took the stones and scratched and they found there was fire. That's how fire came, the new invention. From there, the machines came. Now we have gone into so much of development in the machine world. Mind matters a lot. Mind mapping. Nowadays we talk about mind has a capacity, mind has the power, memory power. Money makes many things in the ecosystem. You need money to buy things, to sell things. For all the marketing and the businesses, money plays a vital role. Military, almost all the countries in the world spend so much of money on military and military equipments, all connected to digital system nowadays. Media, it has become digitized. All the media world, social media, everything is connected to digital. Whatever it is, mind and motivation. We need motivational speakers, persons who can motivate others. I would like to share something on the 3 apples that revolutionized the world. These are the 3 ways in which we see a tremendous change. The first apple, that some of you are familiar with the Bible. In the first pages of the Bible, there is Adam and Eve's story. Eve was tempted by the snake and she offered the apple to Adam, and the first couple, first parents, they lost the paradise. That's first apple created some change in the world. The second apple, some of you may know, it is the stones fall, water falls, everything falls, apple falls. Now, Sir Isaac Newton was the scientist who found out the law of gravity, the second apple. The third apple, all of us know, Apple computer. All hundreds and hundreds of years now we have come to Apple computer season. How much these things have changed our way of life. Steve Jobs was the one who started this. And to this business today, if you have one iPhone, they say, you don't have to go to classroom. I mean, everything can be learned through the latest iPhone 10 or 11 that we are talking about. Everything can be learned. Everything is there. If only you have some patience and time and money, we can do anything, we can learn anything, we can buy anything only through iPhone. So much of revolution these things brought. iPad, this convergence of technologies, touch technologies, screen technology, all these things have been converted now. And these technologies also can go back to hundreds of years. These images are some 100 years ago, 200, 300 years ago of printing and school children. These photos become vital information of the past, photo generation. All these things help nowadays. Evolutionary trends expected. They say now we are in 2020. 2025, what is going to be? Scholars are of the opinion 10% of people will be wearing clothes connected to the internet. Without internet, nothing moves now. 90% of people will have unlimited storage, advertising supported. 90% of the people. 1 trillion sensors will be connected to the internet. First robotic pharmacist will come in few years' time. 10% of reading glasses will be connected to the internet. 80% of people will have a digital presence on the internet. The first 3D printed car will be in production. The first government will replace its sensors with big data sources. Finland is the only country today, the parliament is conducted without a single piece of paper. Everything through internet, computer, cell phones. This is how Finland works. Now the evolution trends, evolutionary theory, whatever it is, this is how we view the images. The modern man marches forward. What is going to happen in 2025-30? Further explain evolutionary trends expected. 90% of the population will be using smartphones. Driverless cars will equal 10% of all cars in US roads. They're talking about electric cars. You simply need to sit, everything is done by the car, electronic ways, all connected to digital and internet. 30% of corporate audits will be performed by artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence machine demonstrates intelligence through the machine. Tax will be collected for the first time by a government via the blockchain. Blockchain, you cannot cheat, you cannot hack. It's impossible. More trips and journeys will occur via car sharing than in private cars. Nowadays we see everywhere private cars, but more will be done through car sharing. 10% of global GDP will be stored on blockchain technology. The first artificial intelligence machine will sit on a board of directors meeting in few years' time, probably 2025. How this evolutionary trends, we can see this image, autonomous robots. Nowadays robots serve in the hotels. Autonomous robots will come. Simulation, you can change the voice, you can change the figure, you can change anything, simulations. System integration, a lot of things can be done through the system integration. Internet of Things, IoT they call it. That is the future. Cyber security is security. A lot of cheating, hacking, so you need cyber security. Cloud computing, with clouds, not the other cloud, this is a cyber cloud through which we compute. Additive manufacturing, additive manufacturing through the digitals. Augmented reality built and created through the digitals. Big data, who owns big data will be the future. The Industry 4.0, Industry 4.0 includes cyber physical systems, the Internet of Things, cloud computing, just now I spoke about, cognitive computing, robotics, artificial intelligence, etc. Industry 4.0 is commonly referred to as the fourth industrial revolution. The term Industry 4.0 means 14.0 or 14 originates from a project in the high-tech strategy of the German government, which promotes the computerization of manufacturing. This digital revolution, just to explain a little further, it started with the www, that means World Wide Web, then the search engine. All that we do nowadays is go to the Google search. Then comes the social media plus mobile phones. Then comes the wearable plus augmented reality and filters. For example, 1920 to 2000 was the presence. 2000 to 2010 was the discovery. 2010 to 2015 is utility. 2015 and today is immersion. These are the four digital revolutions, modern revolutions. Towards digital revolutions, little more, the first industrial revolution started with water and steam power to mechanize production. The second industrial revolution, electric power to create mass production. The third industrial revolution, electronics and information technology to automate production. The fourth industrial revolution, building on the third, the digital revolution, a fusion of technologies, not confusion, it is fusion of technologies. That is blurring the lines between the physical, digital, biological spheres. Technological change, because of this, a lot of changes have taken place. Let me continue. It took more than 50 years after the telephone was invented until half of American homes had one. Some years ago, Kofi Annan was the General Secretary of the United Nations. He said half of the people do not have phones, but at least half of the people in the world have. It took radio 38 years to get 50 million listeners. Facebook got 6 million users in its first year. Today, the number one reality in the digital world is Facebook, followed by YouTube and Google. WeChat, Chinese mobile messaging service, has 300 million users, more than the entire adult population of United States. Driven by two factors, processing power and connectivity. This is the most important thing, processing power and connectivity. Allow businesses such as WhatsApp to gain scale with speed while using little capital. Entrepreneurs and startups enjoy advantages over large established firms. Technological change is shortening the life cycle of product and company and forcing executives to make decisions quickly. These are the ways in which we can observe in the 1986 cell phones. For example, I was told by my friend some years ago when they found out the first cell phone, the price of the first one was 1,25,000. Today you can get the good one for 5,000, 10,000. There are companies which offer free cell phones. Social media, in nowadays what kind of phones that we use, 2030. Music players, the old ones. The video games now, the new ones. Personal computers, earlier used to be big. Today it has become like a paper. Television used to be a huge box. Now it's just a piece of one piece, slate-like. Mail used to be like a bundle. Today you can do it, electronic mail. Movies at home. There are so many ways in which these things have changed. Technological change, a little more on that. Social media plays an important role in connecting people. Half of active Facebook users have at least one cross-border friend, at least one. Facebook users with cross-border friendships is higher in emerging countries than in developed ones. Emerging countries are using more Facebook. Facebook estimates that its platform includes more than 50 million SMEs, up from 25 million. Tech tracing from social media. These technologies have helped us. Now we are into social media, and social media has traced a lot of things. For example, how the crowd was in 1947, 2020, during the lockdown in Delhi. How were the peoples in the 1940s, in 2020? 1947, they were walking. Now they are carrying because of the burdens. All these images show a lot of things about a lot of problems, a lot of difficulties we face. Everything can be brought into social media. How social media creates awareness. This image and the subsequent video that you will watch has created a lot of sensational news, sensational event, terrific, horrible things that rocked and shook the United States. All of us know about it. There are a lot of problems that they faced due to this one shot that you will watch now. It creates awareness.
Relax. Man, I can't breathe in my face. Just get up. What do you want? I can't breathe. Please, the knee in my dick. I can't breathe.
All of us know about Mainframe 2, ubiquitous learning. I have completed the first mainframe. Now we move on to the ubiquitous learning. Ubiquitous learning image surfaces something like this. Professor Sujit comes up with this image, concepts, technology, ambient intelligence technology, ubiquitous technology, helps learners to access the learning resources in an easier and convenient manner. Ubiquitous learning environment. It is something like this. Internet of Things based ubiquitous classroom, interactive board. Almost all the schools now, colleges, it is going to become mandatory that we need to use interactive board. Use smart LED light, teacher control system, server launcher systems. IoT desk, you can do that in the Internet of Things, the desk. You can also learn from outside, wherever you are, wherever you go, walk and live, or wherever we are. Remote students with PDA devices and server launcher. This is called the ubiquitous learning environment. Framework of Internet of Things based ubiquitous classroom. There should be a provision for students to have tagged ubiquitous devices. We need to use that. Some years ago, some friends used to ask me, shall we allow the students to use internet? Now, you can't ask such questions nowadays. There should be a provision for students to have tagged ubiquitous devices. This will help to recognize devices in a unique manner. This Internet of Things based environment should provide additional smartness levels through Internet of Things enabled activities such as data aggregation, knowledge aggregation, service discovery, event management, cloud data access, and big data analytics. The digital culture is something like this. We can show a lot of images. For example, it is a civilization now. Digital culture informs us. Digital culture forms us. Digital culture transforms us with alarming speed. Digital textbook excuse. For example, have you done your homework, kids? The teacher or the professor asks. The kids say, my iPad's battery has died. The Newspeak, this has become a new language. DFL, DSL. DFL stands for Digital First Language. DSL stands for Digital Second Language. Newspeak, how? Expeditional change, forms, informs, transforms. The digital revolution, the tools, processes, speed, application. This is the hallmark. The new tools, the processes, the speed, and the application. iGeneration. We can just see this is how the modern kids, modern generation look. They appear, they use, they handle, they eat, not the apple. We are used to black text on white background some years ago, but the present generation prefers color and color. The difference in reading, for example, we read in the past a notebook or a book from one page to the other. You know how the present generation, the iGeneration reads? In this way. They read like this. Everything can be seen in one page. You can look anywhere and learn. This is also taking us to a different plane altogether in the changes occur in the brain with experience. Because of these various experiences, different kinds of experience leads to different brain structures. Experience, for example, usability, analytic on the left brain function, on the right brain function, design and creative, more on the left, analytic and logic, language, science and mathematics on the left side. On the right brain functions, holistic thought, intuition, creativity, art and music. You can also see these changes, how people were doing things in some years ago and now. There are kids just looking at the images at any time of their day. The elders using the internet. new generation with very different blend of cognitive skills. They wonder, they learn, they look, they watch. That is the way. Adjusting or programming their brains to the speed, interactivity, and factors of the game. It is all about the learning. It is all about using. It is all about disruptive innovation, calls Christensen. Crave for interactivity. Ubiquitous learning also takes us to this level of crave for interactivity, somewhere or the other, somebody or the other. Thinking skills are enhanced. This is how these days we see how the thinking skills are being stimulated. Repeated exposure to various images. Computer games positively helps students. Digital media improves their memory power. Visual images, virtual visual images speak a lot. Multi-dimensional way of doing things. Mental maps, inductive discovery, attention deployment, and responding to faster to stimuli these days. The way in which thinking skills are enhanced, marvelous, we wonder. Mobile video games, for example, in these few months ago, top mobile games by worldwide revenue for December 2019, overall revenue top 10, App Store revenue top 10, Google Play revenue top 10. What do you see top 2 mobile games in early 2020? They call it Free Fire. They call it PUBG, Battlegrounds. The 21st century fluencies are not about technical prowess. They are critical thinking skills, and they are essential to living in this multimedia world. Digital citizen. Some years ago we were called citizens, then we became netizens, those who use net. Now we call digital citizens. All those who use are the digital citizens or the netizens. The netizens are fluent in what? They are fluent in creativity. There is a creativity fluency. There is collaboration fluency. There is media fluency. There is information fluency. Now, educational digital resources are available. All you need is to go to the source. There are umpteen numbers of web resources, internet resources. All we need to do, just click the right button. You get whatever you want. Now, this is the way in which people, we can look at them in the street, in the houses, in the marketplaces, singing, dancing, talking, listening, looking, all transactions are done. And this is called the new culture. A new language is being used. New techniques are followed. New psychology being evolved. The Time magazine gave one whole magazine on the wireless issue and our evolving relationship with the idea of being connected to everyone and everything all the time at any time. Connectivity, connecting with others, longing for relationship in so many ways through the digitals. Mainframe 3, I'm moving from the first to the second to the third frame. Mainframe 3, integrative model. Integrative model, again, we have the digital reality, digital environment, digital capabilities, digital learning. Now, if you go to the inner wheel, inner circle, the digital reality includes the augmented reality and virtual reality. And that move on to digital capabilities, communication, collaboration, participation. Where there is clear communication, where there is a lot of collaboration, and where there is participation, digital capabilities are being enabled, built upon. Digital environment, social media, the whole lot of platform is being used for this social media. Share your vision, digital learning. So this is the one that is going to help us in this integrative model. Digital reality, digital environment, digital learning, digital capabilities. And all of us know about social media, and we need to share our vision, communication, collaboration, participation. Digital reality, let me go one by one. Digital reality, it has got about 6 elements. Digital reality solves real-world business problems and creates new sources of competitive advantage. Virtual reality means creates a digital environment that replaces the user's real-world environment. Augmented reality means overlays digitally created content into the user's real-world environment. Mixed reality blends digital content into the real world and creates an environment where both coexist and interact. Immersive creates multi-sensory digital experience and is developed or delivered through any of these technologies. 360-degree video provides a new perspective that allows user to look in every direction. That is the meaning of this digital reality. Further, digital capabilities, we can understand them through ICT infrastructure, information communication technology infrastructure. The core activities are organizational digital culture includes, these 4 are the ones: content and information, research and innovation, learning, teaching and assessment, finally communication. When these 4 core activities take place, organizational digital culture includes them. And that's how we come to know and we use and we value the digital capabilities. For the digital environment, what do I mean? It looks like this. It is all connected, interconnected, related, interrelated. Digital learning in which we do share the vision sharing. What do I mean by vision sharing? A young boy can share a lot of things with the world, his grandma, and both of them can learn through anything through the internet, through a computer, through a laptop. Vision sharing. Interactive integration. Interactive integration, we need to integrate the environment, the globe, the planet, the people, the working hands. Wherever there is interaction between 2 persons, 2 groups, 2 countries, 2 nations, 2 continents, there is integration. We need to look for the integration happening through the digitals, through the digital platform. Integrated learning. Now we go into integrated learning. How this integrated learning takes place for a student in a college or in the house or in the university. Integrated learning takes place through at least 3 main ways: academic and scholarly. All that we do, academic teaching, all that we give, scholarly lectures, papers, these things must help the students towards critical evaluation. That is important. The second aspect of integrated learning, emotional balance, spiritual balance, with spiritual and textual, they call it yoga, meditation, whatever, mindfulness. All these things must lead the students to self-reflection. That is the second aspect. The third aspect of integrated learning, practical and experimental, that leads to analysis. A lot of things are taught through practical ways and experimental ways nowadays. These are the 3 main areas in integrated learning. How this can be done, academic and scholarly, how one can come to a critical evaluation. Creativity is needed, critical thinking is needed, but critical evaluation, where there is a honest way of looking things, learning things. Students' participation, students' initiative, students coming together using the lectures, the books, and the digital platforms. College and career ready students. Students are ready for career, but there are a lot of print resources, but there are a lot of digital resources that can be used for our academic and scholarly work. Spiritual and textual, it involves self-reflection. Self-reflection, self-discipline. We can do anything, but without discipline, we achieve nothing. And that's where ethics comes in. We need to imbibe some values of hard work, honesty, reflection. On-site coaching and workshop will help for these things, for the spiritual orientations and motivation, psychological, clear thinking. On the third level, practical and experimental analysis, we have, of course, chemical analysis, physical analysis, digital analysis. All that can be done in the lab. It has to be done in the land. It has to be done through the sand. Online training and resources are available today in myriad ways. Continue on the current learning skills. What are the current learning skills? Top skills in 2015 were 10 items. Top skills in 2020. Let me just show you or read and explain a little bit. Complex problem solving was one. The same thing today also, complex problem solving. Coordinating with others, but today it is more of critical thinking. People management 5 years ago, today creativity is a learning skill. Critical thinking was some years ago. Today, people management in the fourth place. Negotiation used to be on the fifth place. Now, coordinating with others. Quality control. Today, we talk about emotional intelligence. Service orientation was on the 7th level, but today, judgment and decision making on the 7th place. Judgment and decision making on the 8th, on the last few years ago. Today, service orientation. Active listening, negotiation. Creativity, cognitive flexibility. So these are the top learning skills for the 2020. The most important ones are complex problem solving, critical thinking, creativity, people management, emotional intelligence, service orientation, cognitive flexibility, in which we talk about the competence, social competence, emotional competence. Now, these can be explained further through the values, competence. We learn through values, valuing human dignity and human rights, valuing cultural diversity, valuing democracy, justice, fairness, equality, and the rule of law. Attitudes, we learn, we create the competence through the attitudes, openness to cultural otherness, other beliefs, worldviews, and practices. We respect others, other cultures, other religions, civic-mindedness, responsibility, responsible citizens, self-efficacy, tolerance of ambiguity, that is attitudes, skills competence, autonomous learning skills, analytical and critical thinking skills, skills of listening and observing, empathy, flexibility and adaptability, linguistic, communicative, and plurilingual skills, cooperation skills, conflict resolution skills. What are the knowledge and critical understanding competence? Knowledge and critical understanding of the self, knowledge and critical understanding of language and communication, knowledge and critical understanding of the world, politics, law, human rights, cultures, religions, history, media, economies, environment, sustainability. This is where the whole thing takes off. 8C, let me go to the crucial element for digital literacy. There are 8C, the cultural digital literacy, cultural way of learning things, constructive approach, be confident. Confidence is the one that we need to build. As we have seen time and again, critical approach, critical thinking, cognitive flexibility is a lot more needed for today for the digital literacy. Be communicative. Unless we communicate either through silence or through words, we cannot build the digital literacy. Communicating. creative, and contributive. What are you going to contribute for the betterment of the society is the question that is asked, nothing else. These are the 8 basic elements, crucial elements for digital literacy: cultural, constructive, confidence, critical, cognitive, communicative, creative, contributive. Intelligence. All these things help for what? Intelligence. Intelligence is an ability to learn. Today, the digital way, ability to identify problems, so that through learning we need to identify the problems. Ability to solve problems. COVID-19, we need to bring in the element of the virus. That's where the virtue and the virus comes in this digital era. I cannot but mention this. One 15-year-old Jyoti Kumari, she cycled with her father for the park about 1,200 kilometers to bring father home. A virtue. This virtue came because of the virus, COVID-19. This virtue will remain forever. This young lady has touched the millions of hearts, all because of the digital platforms, digital way of communicating, digital intelligence, critical approach, social media, took the whole world into surprise of this 1,200 kilometers ride. Let me, finally, what is our findings? Our findings are our grandparents, our parents, ourselves. The first finding, industrial revolution. In the industrial revolution, we talked about survival. There was no option. Our grandparents used in the company, whatever the boss says, they will have to obey and work. Whatever is paid, they were looking for survival. That is our grandparents. Now the second level, informational revolution, later part of 1980s, they were looking for, our parents were looking for standard of living. There were available options. Standard of living, nice house, air conditioned, refrigerator, car, all these things, standard of living. Our parents. The third, social and digital revolution starts from the 2008 onwards. Quality of living and multiple options are available now. People are talking about quality of living, ourselves. We change anything and everything because of this. Let me proceed. The last but not the least, the conclusion, the God principle. What is it this G-O-D stands for? G stands for gold. At least 200 years ago, whichever nation, whoever had the gold, they were called the richest and the powerful. For the past 150 years, last few years, 100 years, those who had oil, petrol, they were the richest. But today, those who have drugs for the virus COVID-19 or the data that generates a drug, they are the richest. We are still hoping for the better. That is the God principle, from where I move on to say a word of thanks. Thank you, all of you friends, for attending and participating in this webinar. And I would like to take this opportunity to acknowledge the organizing committee, IQAC and Research Department of CS staff members of our college, technical support, Professor Dr. K. Sujit, telecast team, CS Department, Phoenix Association members. And image source, we would like to acknowledge the images from the Google. Thank you. Have a nice day.
A very good morning to all. It gives me an immense pleasure to deliver the vote of thanks to our session to all dignitaries assembled here. I would like to express my sincere thanks to our secretary and correspondent, today's keynote speaker, Dr. Sebastian Periyanan, for being our backbone in our endeavor and constantly motivating and inspiring us. A warm thanks goes to our administrator, Dr. S. Aurukyadas sir, who supported our organizing webinar. I would like to thank our beloved principal, Dr. Suresh sir of this institution, and friends, of CS department and staff members, students, participants of this webinar. My warm thanks to our head of the department and IQC coordinator, Dr. K. Sujit sir, and IQC members for his valuable guidance. My warm thanks to our special thanks Mr. Alan Joy, Relationship Manager at ICT Academy, for delivering the valuable guidance, motivation for all of us. Finally, I thank Phoenix Association, Manimaran and Balaji and all.